Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. Now, I just got through something and I really want to get this live because I think it's great information, and I want to explain a couple of things. I help a lot of people, right? I spend hours every week answering questions from people that are brand new, people that are thinking about getting into the business, and I don't mind that, right? I'm here to help. But we got to understand that the most important commodity anybody has, you, me, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, is our time. And we have to be careful with our time, right? And I don't like my time wasted, just like nobody likes their time wasted. So something that happens often is that people send me potential deals, right? And I spend time on them, right? I look at it, I'll tell them this is a deal at this point, this is a deal at this price point, it's not a deal, this doesn't make sense. I have no problem doing that. But I came up with 3 conditions that I think anybody who wants to send me a deal needs to have on that deal before they send it to me. And it's very important. These 3 are really important. I just came up with them. Epiphany of genius, right? And this is how I want to prevent my time from being wasted. So, the 3 things I need before you send me a deal are A, I need you to be in contact with the seller or the decision maker, right? Don't send me a deal where a wholesaler sent it to you. He probably doesn't even have a deal and it was sent to him, because the chance of getting that deal are very, very, very slim. I am always direct from seller, direct to buyer, right? If I'm showing you a deal, I know it's a deal. No one's going to call me the next day and say, sorry, something else happened. Now, I have deals that fall apart because the seller screwed up or there's a title issue. It's fine. But I don't want deals that are daisy chained from 14 people. So it's very important. If you're going to send me a deal, you better be in contact with the seller. And that means don't bring me a deal. I had a guy once told me he had his deal. It's a house that he saw is in bad shape. That's not a deal, right? Until you speak to the seller, it's not a deal. Don't ever bring me something that's listed for sale. Ever, right? Unless you know why it may, we'll get to that further thing. So I want you in contact with the seller / decision maker, right? Right? Sometimes the seller's dead and these are the heirs. Number 2, what the hell was number 2? Number 2 is, you have some idea of the value, right? You've done some research, right? I had a guy call me a couple weeks ago and he goes, the guy wants X dollars. I go, how much is it worth? He goes, I don't know. I said, well what? So you don't even know. He might be asking more than the value, right? You need to do a little bit of research into what the value is to see if this might be a deal, which brings us to number 3, is you need to be able to tell me a story of why this is a deal, okay? So if the property is listed on the MLS, I want you to know I'm probably going to shoot it down in the first 5 seconds unless there's some good reason, right? I'm not saying I've never bought a deal on the MLS. I'm not saying that happens, but it's very, very rare. If the seller calls me and says, hey, I'm desperate, my house is listed on the MLS, I'm going to say to them, this is exactly what I'm going to say to them. Listen, if I'm an investor, if it's listed on the MLS, we're probably not a good fit. Now, sometimes they say, no, you got to come, you got to take a look at it. That's the best thing I could hear. Most of the time, they're going to go, why not? And I'm going to say, well, here's the truth, is in today's market, if you're listed for X dollars and it's not selling, it's not worth X dollars, right? That's a fact, whether you realize it or not. In today's market, really in almost any market, but certainly in a hot market like we are now, if you're listed at X price, at $500,000, and it's not selling, there's only one reason for it. Your price too high. That's it. Now, the way newbies think, or people who don't understand, well, they'll say something like, well, it's in bad condition. Well, it's in a bad location. It doesn't matter. There is a price for it, and you're just priced too high. You know how I know? Because somebody else would have bought it. An investor, somebody would have bought it, right? Now, we're not in the same real estate world we were 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, what was 20 years ago? 25, 30 years ago, there was no internet. If you had a great deal and you put out a sign and you put a classified ad, if somebody didn't read that sign, didn't drive by your property or read the classified ad, that deal could have sat there forever. Today, we're a much more efficient market, much more. And deals get bought up, as they should. So it's important that you meet those 3 criteria. You are in contact, not, my friend is in contact. I don't like that, right? I don't know your friend. Your friend may not be in contact. Your friend may be full of crap. You know, the deal that I got sent today, the property's in Brooklyn, and the guy tells me he gets it from a wholesaler in Florida. Let's be perfectly straight here. Number one, the guy giving me the deal has no idea if this deal is even still for sale. Number two, the guy sending it to him almost certainly said it told him it was direct to seller. It's probably not direct to seller. That's the truth. People are liars. So I don't want to get involved in something that has a minimal chance of success. It's just not worth my time, right? I don't want to even, I don't even look up what the value is. So you need that. You need to be in contact with the seller. So if this is a deal, we can get it done. Number two, you need to look up the value. Number three, you got to tell me why, right? So another guy called me about a deal where it's a short sale and the seller wants like $80,000 in his pocket. Now understand how short sales work. The lender is clear. We're going to let you pay us less than you owe us, but you can't get any money unless we agree to it, right? Relocation money, we'll give you 10 grand, cash for keys money, we'll give you another 10 grand, whatever the hell it is. But they're not writing you a check for $80,000 and taking a cut of $100,000. That's never going to happen. So, and I'm not, and there are people who will, but I'm not doing something illegal for this business ever. I'm not going to jail. So, very important. You need to tell me the story, and you need to tell me why you think it's a deal. And then after that, if you're in contact with a seller, and you've looked up the value and you have an idea, and you tell me the story, I'll tell you whether this might be a deal or not. Right? I like the guy thought it was a deal because it was a short sale with all kinds of bullshit going on the table. I say I'm not going to do that. So I have no problem if you meet those three criteria sending me any deal, right? And I really provide a good service for people because what nobody tells you, what all the gurus don't tell you in all over the country is they sort of imply that it's very easy to tell what a deal is. It's so simple, right? Tom Kroll is a great guy, grew up not far from here, who had Wholesaling Inc. and sold it. Says, I don't know anything about real estate. I just know buy properties at discount. With all due respect, Tom, that works in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where he operated. It does not work well here with his incredible diversity of diverse inventory. And you need to know what a deal is. You need to know. So how the hell did I get on that topic? I don't even know. Oh, so you need to have some kind of idea of the value. And so the service that I provide is that I'll tell you what a deal is, right? So people come to me and they go, I don't know if this is a deal or not, right? I remember a guy brought me a deal, and he goes, it's in Hempstead. He gave me the number. I'm like, in Hempstead, I don't think that's going to work. Then he realizes it's in the town of Hempstead, but it's really in the city of America. And I'm like, that's a smoking deal at this price. And we made the deal. We wholesaled it. It was great. So you need to be able to tell me a story. Hey, the guy is selling because he just wants to get out quickly. He wants $400,000. And I'll look at it, and in 5 minutes I'll tell you, it's not a deal at $400,000, but it's a deal at $350,000. Can you get him down to $350,000? And that's how I work. But I don't like being brought deals where the people bringing them to me are not direct to seller, because I end up spending time on a deal that really is never ever going to close, right? Because if you're not direct to seller, you do not know what's going on, and that seller might be in contact with somebody else, and the deal might be gone already, or the guy telling you the deal is not giving you accurate information. Right? And I don't want deals where you haven't even looked at the value yet, because then you really don't know if it's a deal, right? You don't have a clue. And I don't want deals where you can't tell me a story of why. Why? What's going on here? I want to hear the seller story. I want that more than I want anything else. People call me, like, they start giving me a deal. I don't stop them, but like, listen, this property, it's got 2 bedrooms on the first floor. It's got a dining room. It's got a living room. It's got a bathroom. Upstairs, it's got 2 bedrooms. It's got a bathroom. I go, okay, it's a 4-2 Cape? Good. Like, you got to understand, obviously I'm from New York and I talk very fast, but you need to learn how to tell a deal too. I don't give 2 craps about where the bedrooms, bathrooms are. Tell me it's a 4-2 Cape. I know exactly how it's laid out. I've been through 1,000 of them. So tell me the story. What's going on with the seller, right? Because let's be honest, when we buy a property, we're buying properties at a discount. There's got to be a decent reason for it, right? There's got to be some reason, right? And I pretty much narrowed it down to 4 reasons that people sell to me. I'm going to maybe do that tomorrow. I think I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again. But for today, those are the 3 conditions before you send me a deal. Don't send me a deal if you're not direct to seller. You don't have an idea of the value. I'm not asking you to pinpoint the value, right? Obviously, that's something that's not always exact. It's very often it's subjective. Sometimes it's hard, right? I'm pretty good at it, so I might be better at it than you, so I don't mind. I don't mind doing it. And give me a story. Tell me the story of why. Don't tell me I don't know, right? People call me and they go, I got this deal. He's asking $400,000. I look at the $700,000. I go, why? Why is he selling at $400,000? They go, I don't know. I go, well, you need to know. You need to figure out what's going on here. That's part of the business. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help my SEO, my search engine optimization. Many more people are watching my videos, so that's good. And please keep the comments coming. I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say. You can ask any question. It doesn't have to be about the video you're watching. Any question, no bad questions. I'm happy to answer anything. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've covered before, I will send you links to videos. I sent links to 3 videos yesterday, and I forgot what the topic was. Oh, how to get started. I mean, I could have sent them 20 videos. I sent them 3. And if it's something new or something I haven't covered in a while, I will do a new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it.